What is up, people? Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another watch along here on the Cup Chasers. That's right. We're doing Manchester City hosting Newcastle United in the Carabao Cup Semi-Final. It's a big one. Who is going to Wembley? That is the question today. Will it be the Citizens with the 2-0 lead? Will it be Newcastle United, who are going to need a whole lot? We'll just put it that way. They're going to need a whole bunch to get through at the Etihad this evening. Of course, first up is the lineups. But before we get to all of that, I really do appreciate you being here. People, go ahead and smash up the like button on your way in. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you being here. As I said, would be my honor to welcome you to the community. And, of course, as always, I want to know what you're thinking in that comment section down below. Let's jump right into it. Omar Marmoush starting in front of Erling Haaland today. That is the big news there. He is, however, on the bench. Also, Rodri dropped for Nico Gonzalez, who will be in there as well. From the start, we got Aitnori and Nunez out on the... Whoa. Wait a minute. Interesting here, because we might be seeing an O'Reilly inversion and an Aitnori playing more on the defensive side. This is very interesting from Pep. So you got Gonzalez, Foden, and Reinders, Semenyo, and Marmoush, but your left winger is Aitnori? I don't think that's how it's going to work out. We'll definitely figure out what it's going to be here in a little bit. Of course, about 5 minutes till kickoff, of course. That's very interesting. You never know when you put down the team sheet just what the managers are thinking, what they're doing, but you got Aitnori and Nico O'Reilly out on the left side, apparently. We will see. Across the way, it's my man Aaron Ramsdale in goal. Oh, James Trafford instead of Donny Ruru in goal as well for Manchester City. Aaron Ramsdale in goal for Newcastle United. Malik Chow, Sven Botman, Danny Byrne. Standard stuff there in the back three. Of course, Trippier and Hall will be providing the width up and back. Lewis Hall had a great game versus, you can't say anyone had a great game when you lose 4-1. But of the Newcastle players, Lewis Hall was the one who I thought was looking the best. Joe Willock had a decent game as well, ran his socks off. Voltamata comes back in as I personally think they need. And Anthony Gordon on the other side. So very, very interesting, this one. The Toon are going to have to come for it. That's for sure. The Toon are absolutely going to have to come for it. What's up, Kieran? What's up, buddy? Any hope today? Any hope today at all? Because it's a big mountain to climb. It's a big mountain to climb. But Manchester City have given up leads recently. They have given up leads. 2 leads, no less. No less. Hopefully there's hope, Kieran says. Hopefully there is hope. But for me, got my feet up. It doesn't really matter. I think that no matter who gets through to the final, it'll be tough for us. Whoa. Calm down. Calm down with the Rams. Calm down with this. I love Aaron Ramsdale. I'm a fan. Okay. I'm a fan. And I think that he gets hard done by the fact that they made him, or that he went to Southampton, and Southampton faced more shots than a freaking, more shots than you could imagine back there for Southampton. As we know, they were absolutely horrendous last season. And so he gets a bad rap because of how much he had to deal with as a Saint. But now that he's in the goal for Newcastle, I think he's been better, certainly, but I think he's very good. I think he's very good, in my opinion. Nick Pope's probably better. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Nicky Pope is slightly better. I can agree with you there. Sure. I don't think the gap's that big though, Kieran. I don't think it's I don't think it's a huge gap necessarily. You know, it's always funny. I do my thumbnails before I see the starting lineup, and so Shirky's on this one, and he just walked past in a substitute's outfit, not starting today. Very interesting from Manchester City. I am intrigued, and I am looking forward to seeing what it is exactly they're doing with the Eight Nori and Nico O'Reilly down the left. But for me, Newcastle just have to damn the torpedoes. Balls to the wall, energy from the rip. It's what I thought Chelsea were going to do yesterday. If I see that from Newcastle, good grief. If Newcastle don't try to bring it and they bring the Chelsea situation from yesterday, I'm locking the stream off at halftime. At least give it a go. At least try to win the game. Chelsea were like, you know what? We can't be bothered here. We definitely want something more exciting than we saw yesterday. Of course, I was excited. Of course, there were moments in the game yesterday I definitely got my blood pressure up. But we got it over the line in the end, and we'll see. Man City have given up leads recently. I don't know though. Will they be lulled to sleep from the start here? That's the question, because Spurs lured them to lulled is the word I'm looking for. Lulled them to sleep, of course, at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. 3-point lane, we call it in these parts. Very interesting. I think Nico O'Reilly might be inverting into the middle, so they do have a double pivot, and it's going to be clogged up in that midfield. But we shall see. We shall certainly see. I'm actually think it's a good thing that Voltemata starts today. I think he's been very good. Maybe lacked a bit of service at times in these last run, but yeah, it's good to see him back. The German Jack Sparrow, my main man, the pirate. Appreciate everyone being here. People go and smash up those likes. It really does help the channel. Subscribe if you are new. It'd be a pleasure to welcome you to the community, of course. And let me know what you're thinking in the comments. Kieran says Gordon as the striker. We'll see. Hopefully they don't do that. Liam Delap was the right winger yesterday. Hopefully we don't see Voltemata as the right winger and Gordon down the middle. That'd be weird. That'd be really weird. But that's what they were doing. Chelsea. They were just dumping it up to Liam Delap on the right-hand side. It was weird. Very weird. Certainly very weird. We are almost there. Blue moon ringing out around the Etihad. All 47 of their fans ready for this one. I think it's a double. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. Anthony Gordon's going to play underneath Voltemata. Hey, I don't hate it. I don't hate that at all. Going to be interesting to see. That's what I thought João Pedro and Liam Delap were going to do yesterday. It didn't work out like that. I definitely thought that that's what we were going to see. All right, people. Newcastle, get us underway. And here we go. Prague, what's up, buddy? St. Maximin was really, really good. I don't know why he left. Is that rage bait? Here's Philip Frozen. It's going to be a battle in there. Is he really a free agent? You going to bring him back? Bring him back to the north of England? Oh, man. Yeah, see, Nico O'Reilly is already inverted really far into the midfield here, and Nori is giving them width in the back of their defense there, back left. Yep, we can already see more energy from Newcastle than we saw from Chelsea. Oh, you hope we do bring him back. There we go. Here's Marmouche with Chow in front of him. Goes for the shot. Good block. Good block. Here is Ait Nori. Reinders. Yep. Fair enough. Fair enough, Kieran. Going to be very interesting to see how high Newcastle are going to press, when they're going to activate. Manchester City certainly look more at it than Arsenal were, as far as we're gonna go for it a little bit and try to kill the game off. But of course, we're only a minute and a half in. But if it were me, I think Newcastle just need to run their socks off. Press, 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 press. Cause issues. They're working hard so far. Found some space here with Nori. And now Nico O'Reilly through the lines. Woo! Tricky from Marmouche. Turns it over. I think you're right, Kieran. Voltamata and Anthony Gordon are very close to each other so far. Tonali comes away with it. Nico Gonzalez puts a foot in. It's kind of a weird position from Lewis Hall there on Nunez, but nothing doing. Ake's got it on the other side now. Here's Ait Nori. It's going to be interesting to see how Nico O'Reilly and Ait Nori work out the fact that they're both supposedly kind of on that left side. But you can see that Pep likes the double pivot with Nico Gonzalez and Tonali as Gonzalez tries to play one through the lines there. It's good D from Sven Botman. Reinders with a touch. Man City all of the ball so far. And they're already looking to find more incisive passing through the lines. I certainly think that Pep saw what Arsenal did yesterday and said, nope, no. That will not be our approach. Win it. Lewis Hall comes down with it. Well done. That's a foul, referee. Oh, man. I don't know. Anthony Gordon was kind of away there, 1v1. I mean, the referee, Peter Banks, was absolutely terrible yesterday. I can't say I'm expecting anything better from this homie. Oof. Win it. City already back on the ball here. Ait Nori, Jinky, step over. Not really going anywhere here. That's fine from Trippier. Here's Kuznov. Voltamata stepping in well. You got to win it. Pitch looks nicely watered. Already seen a couple lips. I definitely think Lewis Hall, if he keeps up playing like he is, he'll probably make it over here to America for the World Cup. And he's been good. Nunez crossfield ball for Ait Nori. Put him under. Trippier challenging. Push him back. There you go. Now make him hit it long. Make Trafford hit it long. Now you got to win a second ball. Win it. Burns always going to win the header versus Semenyo. Now you got to win the second one. There you go. That's fine. Newcastle on it. But you got to pass quickly. They're looking to press with intensity. I have to play quickly here. Good switch for Trippier. There we go. Van Burn in for Gordon. But he's by himself and he gives it away. Ake just taking the space. Nori not doing much on that left-hand side going forward so far is probably what you would expect. But he's got to be in there because Pep's looking out for the speed of Gordon, or perhaps in anticipation of Alanga being out there. But it's very interesting from Pep. That's good work from Reinders and Marmoush. Oh my goodness gracious me! City have already scored. Omar Marmoush combines with Tijani Reinders. And that right there is 100% what Newcastle didn't need. And there you go. Kieran's already conceding it. This is why we don't play Ramsdale, Kieran says. Pep celebrates. Oh, man. Oh, no. Johnny Reinders has all kinds of space. Good 1-2. Oh, that's not Ramsdale's fault. You can't put that on Ramsdale. Come on. Danny Byrne comes flying in. The ball ricochets off of him. Ramsdale coming out like he should. It's unfortunate. And goodness gracious me. The worst possible start for the Toon. Worst possible start that they could have had. Well, he was coming to get the ball. He didn't know Dan Burton was going to go flying in. Well, what was a big mountain to climb has now become Everest, top of Everest. That's for sure. Oy, 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 oy. Could not have started worse. Ramsdale's a decent lad, says Prague. What's Byrne doing in the... Yeah, I don't know. I was going to say the same now up on the left-hand side here. Voltamata. Run it through. Here, one more. Here's Joe Willock. You got to score. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What in the world? Joe Willock has to score there. Oh, my God. Joe Willock has to score here. Bro, that's great save from James Trafford. That's great work from James Trafford. Oh, my God. He's got to score. Oh, he has to score. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I mean, maybe a little chip, something. Ay. Newcastle needed that really badly. But Man City's high line, it's there. Oh, that's a good ball into the channel. Joe Willock doing the running back. That's a great challenge. Nico was running into the channel there, and Joe Willock from the right winger or left winger running all the way back, doing the covering. But my word, what a start we've had here. Should be 1-1. Should absolutely be 1-1. Oof. Prague, I haven't heard this, that Ronaldo wants to leave Al Nassr. You think he'll go to Newcastle? Hey! Hall sells Dan Burns short there, but they've combined for the throw-in off of Semenyo. That's good work from Voltamata to find the other side. But he's only got Gordon ahead of him. He's going to find him. Nope. Nope. That's actually well done from Kusanov. Here's Semenyo. But now Nunez around Hall. Here's Philip Frozen. Damn, Burn goes flying in. Only as far as Gonzalez. Oh my goodness, Reinders is in all kinds of space here. Coming at him. Here's Omar Marmouche. To his left. Ait Nouri. Through the lines, Reinders. Oi! Goodness gracious me. Goodness gracious me. Oh, man, he's definitely onside. Bobman keeping him onside. It's a good turn from Reinders. It ends up being a save from Aaron Ramsdale there. Foden with 2 poor touches in his last 2 touches total. I saw this today somewhere. This would be amazing if Leon Goretzka came to Arsenal. I would absolutely love this. I saw this rumor on Twitter, so it's got to be true. It was on X, of course. Of course, it's true. But yeah, Goretzka might be coming to Arsenal in the summer. I would absolutely love it. I would love that. He's a fantastic player for Bayern. We shall see. We shall see, Prague. Yeah, agreed. I agree completely. Ooh, and they've just squeezed it past Semenyo. Here is Joe Willock for Hall. Prague, it would probably be very expensive if I had to guess. You're probably talking 75 mils. Yeah, Rice plus Goretzka would be dirty. That'd be nasty. Absolutely would be. But I like Zubimendi, of course. I definitely like Zubimendi. In my opinion, we should switch them, and Rice should play the 6, and Zubi should be more of the passing 8. But I also think that Zubimendi's tackling is underrated. Dan Burn just knocks one in, trying to get a touch for James Trafford there. Maybe they're mates. I don't know. Got to figure it out something, Newcastle. Got to figure out something. There's still 75 minutes in the game. What a 3-goal deficit. So they're marking up everybody, but Trafford, I mean, he doesn't have to play the ball. Finally does. Marmouche tries to play himself in with a scorpion pass. Chow does well. Interesting, the contrast between City's approach and Arsenal's approach. Here's Ait Nouri. O'Reilly. Turnover there, and a turnover there. Got to win it. Ooh. Has he caught Lewis Hall here? It's at least a yellow then if he's caught him. It's at least a yellow. I mean, if he's caught him there, that's a poor challenge. Yeah, I mean, it looked fine at first. I have to see the replay. Here it is. I don't see. Okay. I guess it's a foul. I'll give you it's a foul, Kieran. I'm not sure it's a yellow card. Yeah, well, as we know, Kieran, the commentators are idiots. That's half the reason I do this, is because I feel like I know more than they do. I'm not gonna say I know more than they do because they have statisticians and like peons handing them stats and handing them papers, but they also have people in their ear telling them what to say. Production, man, telling them what to say. Kieran wants Ramsey off the pitch. Not happy. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. Gotta win it here. Oh, Lewis Hall just looking around, wondering what's going on. Semenyo comes running in. It's good work from the forward. Winger, I should say. Good work there. Dan Burns going to steal the ball. Yeah, already. Frustration already setting in for the Newcastle players, it looks like. And I mean, it's hard to blame them. Just give us something. Give us a spark. Oof. Aitnori breaks free down the sideline. Is it out? Oh, he's got some speed, man. He's going to charge it. Going for himself. Trippier's saying it's out of bounds. Malik Chow has been a fantastic signing for Newcastle. Comes over to make sure he doesn't get the shot away. He was steaming, man. I know he's like, you know what? I'm going for myself. I thought it might have been out of bounds. So did Trippier. Instead, it's a corner kick for the Citizens. Yeah, I saw this one too. Hey, Ake. Fans think it's a handball. It's a scramble in there. That's what it is. Here goes Marmouche around the corner. Top of the box for Foden. Reinders winds it up. Fake out. Nico all the way across. And here comes across from Nori. It's fall down. It's still in there. Oh, yeah. Here's Foden trying to work an angle. Marmouche. Semenyo. My goodness. Play. Nico Riley on the back post, man. I also heard the Tonali rumors, Prague. I did hear those as well. I would rather have Goretzka than Tonali, in my opinion. I think Goretzka would be better. Oh, man. Nico O'Reilly's an inch away here. I think Kieran Trippier does just enough to put him off. Ooh. Newcastle just can't handle the press right now. Just can't handle the City press. Gordon having to come all the way back and give the ball away. That's well done from Tonali. Voltamata in a little bit of space. Oh, you just got to play so much quicker. It's not a bad ball for Voltamata. Can you keep it, though? That's good D from Aitnori and O'Reilly combining there. Oof. Yeah. Ball into the channel. He's going to get there is Reinders. Ramsey comes with him. Here's Marmouche. Takes a shot from 30 yards out, 40, 50 yards out, and it's up for a corner. Marmouche feeling it. He is feeling it so far. Oh, one ball just beats everybody. Oof, that was speculative, to say the least. Lucky to get the corner kick. It's been a damning 20 minutes for the Toon, unfortunately. Perhaps a break here. To the back post, Ramsdale punches. I know he does enough to keep it away from Gordon, but it's out for a throw. Newcastle need a spark from somewhere, man. They need a goal. Something. A penalty. Something to go their way. Because that one's up. Only Semenyo and Foden underneath it. He's going to take the shot. And it's shoot on sight from the Citizens at this point. Oof. Not Semenyo's best shot. It was some close control, however. Right out of the air. Long from Ramsdale. Burns up. You got to win another one. Gordon's in here. You got to score. Oh, my God. Anthony Gordon, bro. Anthony Gordon. It should be 2-1. And it absolutely should be 2-1. Oh, that's fine there. Oh, that's a horrendous effort from Anthony Gordon. Bro, that's terrible. That's terrible. He's hit it right at him. Oh, just lifted over him. just lifted over him. It could be 2-1. It could be 2-1. Oh my goodness, just lifted over him. And Newcastle got to find it here. Here comes the Arsenal corner kick routine. Only finds Ake's head. Perhaps that was the spark for Newcastle. Yeah, a little something, something. Oh, it's going to be a foul. That's going to be a foul. They're making Trafford look like Van der Sar. Prime Van der Sar in the net back there. Oh, man. Gone. Yeah, Voltamato was pointing. He knew if he left it to go pressure that the ball would come to Nico. You got to press together as a team if you're going to press, especially against Man City. Oh, Tonali, that's poor. That's so poor. Marmouche challenging. Chow did enough. Man City suffocating them. Really working hard in the press. Phil Foden tries to outmuscle Tonali. Get it right. Get it right. Oh, it's got to be a better pass. He was in. He was in. It's just got to be a better ball there. You have to play quicker. Newcastle definitely going to have to play quicker. That's fine. But now keep the ball. Go on, Hall. Keep it. Keep it. You got to play quicker. When they are pressing like this, you got to play 1-2 touch stuff to get through the lines, and then you have space. Not to mention runs from deep, break high lines. Runs from deep, break high lines, people. Write it down. It's one of the truth facts of the game. Yeah, oh, the pass through was there. Oh yeah, Prague. It was difficult before. It's damn near impossible now. We're gonna have to see something quite special from the two. And here's Anthony Gordon in the channel. Ake for company, and now Reinders as well. Reinders does well. So too Ake to win it off of Anthony Gordon for the throw-in. I mean, you might need to just damn the torpedoes right now. Pull off a defender. Go ahead and put on another attacker. Win it. Ah, that's poor. He's going to call it a foul. He's going to call it a foul. Pressure release. You can go ahead and get Wissa and Alanga onto the field. Just go ahead and play a 6-forward formation. Forget the defense. Pull off Chow and Burn. No, leave Chow. He's the best one, I would say. Or pull off Trippier. No. Trippier's a better crosser. Pull off Hall and Burn and put on Wissa and Elanga and just go for it. F it. We're just going to score 6-7 goals, and we'll see if that's good enough. It's a real FIFA move. But at this point, Newcastle trying to press high here. That's good. Certainly what you need. Doing all right here in the last 5 minutes. Reinders does well to combine with Aït-Nouri and Nico O'Reilly. Here's Marmouche. City. Yeah. Yeah, that's poor from the referee. That's poor. Aït-Nouri goes down like a sack of potatoes. City doing well. Their passing's been crisp, sharp, except for Phil Foden. Yeah, man, you got to press as a team. If one pass is going to beat all three of the front men, that's not good. Here's Semenyo in the channel. dancing with Mr. Byrne. They'll combine Will Foden and Nunez. Once again, Semenyo, Philly Foden. O'Reilly, crowd says shoot. Oh my God. Joe Willock or Ramsey wins the tackle and then watches as no one goes for the ball. Here's Reinders. Jinky. Gonzalez, Nori. City more than comfortable here. Newcastle doing well. Just to push him back. That's fine. Push him back again. There you go. Nunez falling down on himself. Go on, Hall. Take it from him. Go on. Ref! That's an absolute yellow card. That's absolutely a yellow card. Kieran definitely agrees with that one. It's a stonewall yellow. Nunez just dwelling on the ball. Pep will be furious, that's for sure. Then gives it away and gets the yellow card to boot. Yep. Well done, Nunez. Newcastle need to dunk this in. Oh, come on, Kieran, have some faith. Trippier's got some skill, yeah. Once upon a time, he was able to take free kicks. Once upon a summer's day. I mean, this is David Beckham territory, though. Like, this is Beckham versus Greece territory. This would definitely take something special from the Newcastle men. Some weird sounds coming from other parts of the house. Yeah, unfortunately, Kieran, not what you needed. What's going on with the stream here? Here's Semenyo. It's a cross. Oh my God, Marmouche is there. Oh no. Oh my God. Wow, that was a disaster. That was a disaster at the back. Oh man. And Newcastle just capitulating here. Oh my God. This is bleak. This is bleak. Yeah. Yeah, Kieran, unfortunately. Yeah, he's on. He's on side there. Oh, man. Oh, bro, he slips. Oh, man, is that Trippier? Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, man. Oh, man. That is rough. Pep running down the line. Time for Eddie Howe to go, huh? Time for Eddie Howe to go? Yeah, both those goals weren't great. Neither of those goals were great. I'll give you that. I'll definitely give you that. No, he's giving that goal all day. He's not offsides. He's not offsides at all. Oof. And now, if we thought it was a mountain to climb, you guys got to make it to Jupiter to get back in this one. Flipping hell. Man City up 2-0. And this could get embarrassing before all's said and done. Go on, Ramsey. Playing around with it at the back. Yeah, you got to get it forward. Oh, that was close. That was close. Just worked out for City. Due to some technical difficulties, my clock is about 20 seconds behind. We'll get it fixed at halftime, and we'll get it all married up. Internet doing its own thing today. Just doing its own thing. So Nolly's still working hard here, taking it back from Philly Frozen. But it's already back with the Manchester City man. And there's all kinds of space once again for Reinders in the midfield. Here's Semenyo, 1v1 with Danny Byrne. Cuts inside. Oh, it's a good touch. Here comes Reinders. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, man. Wow. 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 So much space in the midfield here. Reinders gets a good pass out to Semenyo. Kieran can't believe it. Kieran can't believe it. I'm sure most Newcastle fans are in the same place. And oh my goodness gracious me. Oh my gracious me. This is, I mean, I knew City were not going to make it easy, but that's twice. That's twice today. More than twice. There's a couple of times today that one pass has beaten the entirety of the Newcastle press. He's turned it off. He's not watching it. I get it. I understand. This, yeah, it's just getting a little bit embarrassing here. I understand. I wouldn't want to watch it either. I certainly wouldn't want to watch it either. And unfortunately for the Toon, there's still an hour left in this game. It's 3-0 to Manchester City. Whew. Ay. And now I'm not even going to make an analogy about how far the way back is. It's done and dusted, this one. Done and dusted, this one, unfortunately. You know, unless Man City have the crumble of all crumbles, it's far more likely that it'll be worse by the end of the half. Here's Semenyo coming into the box once again. Never gonna be a penalty. Get out of here, dude. You're up 5-0. Quit diving. He's up 5-0 and he's diving. What a bum. Get the pass haul. Oh my goodness. It finds Tonali anyway. Here's Voltamata. That's a yellow card, ref. He's got a hold of his jersey. City just swarming, man, with impunity. That's a foul, referee. This is not what I expected, people. I don't think anybody expected this. Burton has been unlucky today. Couple of ooh. This is a penalty. I mean, that's a penalty. Hey, Eddie Howe with the tactical disaster class says elbow England. Yeah. I hear that. Sack him in the tunnel, says Kieran. Sack him before halftime. Right in the tunnel. Oh, Hall, important tackle to stop another Man City break there. Well, I guess there was nobody ahead of Phil Foden, was there? Oh, yeah. But just imagine if they would have scored both their chances, Newcastle. It would be a totally different game. Here's Willock down the line. Going to get past Nunez. Yes, he's still on it. Touch to Gordon. Hall trying to scoop one up. Damn, Burns in there. That's going to be a foul. Ay. Whew. we might even see halftime subs from Pep bringing on the kids. Bringing on the kids. They got Liverpool at the weekend. Who's on this bench? Naipan, Lewis, Sayen, McAdoo. Yeah, we'll probably see all those guys by the end of this one. Albo's right, though. There's just been so much space in that midfield. One pass has beaten the press of Newcastle. And for me, I did a short on it a couple of weeks ago. 3-5-2, it just doesn't work in the Prem, man. You're not going to beat the best of the best teams playing a wing-back system. Oh, they've given it away again. Here's Reinders. Hey, tries to get it across. Smashes it against Ramsdale. Or was it off the bar? Oh, yeah. This is poor from Lewis Hall. Foden on the press. Yeah, it's right in the solar plex from Reiner's barrels. Oh no, that's it. Ay. Oh man, that's gonna hurt. That one's gonna hurt. Yeah, hopefully he's got kids already, because good grief. That looked painful. Here comes the in-swinger from Philly Foden. Voltamata will hook it clear. They will no longer be the holders of this competition, Newcastle. Hey! City just winning everything, man. Too much intensity in the press. Newcastle is shell-shocked. Got absolutely blitzed. And this is kind of... Nah, no one was expecting this from Arsenal yesterday. Nobody expected this. That's not Arteta. That's not Arteta at all. We also didn't expect this from Newcastle or Chelsea. So it's kind of unexpected from everyone but City as far as these semi-final second legs are concerned. And here's Ake. I wonder how many people have turned it off at this point. Man. Here's Aït-Nouri. Marmoush. Marmoush is a very, very, very different forward than Haaland. Incredibly different. Here's Gonzalez. Aït-Nouri. Marmoush does like to get wide. You see how wide he is now. There's no one up top right now for City because of how wide he is out on the left. Yeah, commentators talking about how difficult this freaking team talk is going to be for Eddie Howe. Ball into the channel once again for Tijani Reinders. Oh, he's doing so well. Reinders having such a good game. Does slip there. Trippier will win it past Aït-Nouri. Quickly. Botman tries to hit one long. Is Lewis Hall going to get there past? It's past Nunez. He's not going to get there. Eddie Howe with a good touch and a good chip up to himself. So yeah, it's a very interesting what you might think in this one as far as Eddie Howe is concerned and what he might, if anything, do at halftime to affect any change whatsoever on this game. I don't see it. Aït-Nouri just running around Trippier. right down the middle of the park. Here's Marmouche out wide. Chiao for company. He's going to try to go to the byline, cuts it back. However, and just recycles. Gonzalez is going to go for a shot right at Aaron Ramsdale. He required saving, though. Yeah, it's right at him. He's well behind it. Goalkeeper well behind it. Oh, no. Anthony Gordon going down off the ball. There's no way. Dude, you can't abandon your teammates. You can't abandon your teammates, man. They're down 5-0, homie. You can't abandon your teammates. Oh, man. Is he grabbing his hammy because he wants to come off because they're down 5-0, or is he grabbing his hammy because, oh, man, he's shaking his head. And it goes from bad to worse for Newcastle. Absolutely from bad, from awful to disaster for Newcastle. But it's looking like Harvey Barnes is going to be coming on in his stead. Oof. Woof. Woof. We'll go ahead and text Nez. Go ahead and text Nez. Give him a little congratulations. Should I sing this out, Kira? Like, is this like supposed to be in a sing-song voice? We hate you, Ramsdale. We do. We hate you, Eddie. We do. We hate you, Ramsdale. We hate you, Eddie, too. Oh, goodness gracious me. Yeah, it's been an absolute disaster if you're a fan of Newcastle. I mean, yeah. Yeah, you've been definitely supposed to sing it because, if you don't sing and laugh, you'll just cry, right? Yeah, I understand. That's where I was. Hey, that's where I was, Kieran, last season against you guys. I got so mad last season after we lost to you guys in the semifinals of this tournament that I stopped making content for a while. I got so pissed after Arsenal's performance versus Newcastle last season that I stopped making content for a minute. I was distraught. Marmouche offsides there. 1 minute left in. Oh, look at Erling Haaland. What's on it? Why is he shocked? It's a lot of shock there. I mean, what's he? Wonder what they're talking about there. But of course, when Marmouche does anything, production goes right to Erling Haaland. Chelsea's going to try to cross one all the way. Oh, you think Haaland's going to come on? Oh, man. What a player to come on while you're down 3-0. That's just gross. Ball over the top. Nunez does well to see off Voltemata. Here's Nico O'Reilly just spinning Joe Willock. There's so much space in that midfield. Just so much space in the midfield. Dan Burn and Botman there do well to get it back to Ramsdale, but it's just a ridiculous amount of space in the middle of the park so far in this one. 4 minutes of stoppage time. We'll make my life easy and go ahead and stop the thing there. It's certainly already put to bed, I would say, this one. And it's at walking pace here for the rest of the first half, you would expect. So I wonder what the philosophy will be, what the idea will be from Eddie Howe. Is he going to try to throw on a bunch of people, switch things up completely, and do some kind of experiment? Maybe to see what might work in the rest of the season. Oh, man. That's a poor pass from Voltemata. and then Tonali goes down like a sack of potatoes under the auspices of Aït-Nouri. It'll be a free kick here at the end of the half. If Kieran Trippier, I mean, yeah, you got to, Kieran. I mean, what else? What else can you do? You gotta. I mean, if it wasn't damn the torpedoes at the beginning of the game, it certainly is now. And here comes a cross from Kieran Trippier, who's there. Voltamata, or was it Botman? I think. Trafford with a good save. Yeah, it's off Botman. I mean, it's one for the cameras. One for the cameras. Needs to save it, but yeah. Oh, come on, Kieran. He needs to save it, but it's not an incredible save. It's not like not the best save anybody's seen it, but it needed saving, so we'll give him that. It's a short corner here. Routine. That's a handball. Referee. No way. He's done this. Oh, this referee's out of his mind. He's literally done this right here. How is this not a foul? How is this not? Nah, that's a handball, dude. That's a handball all day. That's a handball all day, bro. It's not tucked in, man. That's a terrible call. That's a penalty for me. Yeah, the ref's a Man City fan. I can agree with that. Check complete. Y'all are ridiculous. And here Rodri is complaining about the referees aren't, having it out against them. They're not neutral. And then you see stuff like that. And Rodri's out here complaining. Okay. All right, Rodri, we hear you. Flipping crybaby. Ball to the back post. Who's there? It's Trafford once more. They're going to call a foul. Mr. Danny Byrne slaps all around for the goalkeeper. Yeah, it's a foul. That's a foul. Definitely a foul from the big man. Kieran says it's never a foul. Get up, you pansy. Come on, you pansy. Trafford was weak there, right, Kieran? So weak. All right, ref. It's halftime. Yep. There he goes. There it goes. And wow, what a half that was for Manchester City. What a horrendous half that was for the Toon Army. James Traffic Cone's got to get up. Kieran says, absolutely, I agree. What a half, man. That was a blitzkrieg from the Men in Blue, and Newcastle definitely shell-shocked. 3-0 to Manchester City at halftime, and you got to say, so much space in the midfield, very able to exploit that were Manchester City, and yeah, that was not what you needed from the Newcastle. For if you're a Newcastle fan, anyhow, I mean, I don't even know what you do. What do you even do? I guess you just throw on all the kids and then try to figure something out, of course. But don't go anywhere, people. It's halftime. Yes. City versus Arsenal. Arun, what's up, buddy? City versus Arsenal, 22nd of March, Wembley Stadium. We will be there, live and direct. Certainly will be there. Thank you so much for being here. That's right. Here, it's halftime, and I really appreciate you being here from the bottom of my heart. It really does help the channel. So go ahead and smash up the like button. Of course, you already know the drill. Hype it up if you got any left. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new. It would be my pleasure to welcome you to the community, of course. And as always, let me know what you're thinking about this one in the comments section down
below.
Finally!
The Chiefs are saying, and what you said for weeks about Man United, why don't they play counter-attacking football? And then they did it, and they won. And what's City not good at? Defending counter-attacking football.
Mikel Arteta, you sir. Midfield a few times. Like people like hammering down the door. Like I'm trying to work it through here in my mind, and I can't figure out what's made him so afraid. All right, people, let me know in the comments. I want to know what you think the manager should do to influence this game. Do we need more of the same? Do we need wholesale changes, or maybe just a couple of little tweaks? Of course, thanks for being here. I want to know your opinion.
What's up, people? We're back. And yeah, Newcastle in a whole bunch of trouble. Most people, myself included, go ahead and letting them know that, yeah, City are probably through. City are most likely through. And it'll take something absolutely incredible, absolutely mystifying, like we ain't never seen before, to pull this one back, because that was about as one-sided of a half as you could expect to see in this one. And hell, we're not pulling an Arsenal. We're not going to keep them at arm's length. We're going to put them in the ground. And in the ground, they are. A lot of people already calling for Mr. Eddie Howe's head. Sack him in the tunnel. Yep. This is what we're wondering. Steve, Dallas Cowboys, what's up, brother? How did this team draw with PSG? Nobody knows. Yeah, and the referees were really against them that night, too. They should have beat Paris, actually. They absolutely should have beat Paris, if you ask me. I was on the watch along that day, and they played very well. Brought a lot more energy to that than they did this one, but I think they were just shell-shocked that Man City brought even more energy. Got blitzed, man. Just absolutely got blitzed. City found the quality in bunches. Oh, man. The clearance from Kieran Trippier on the second goal just falling over. I don't know what he's trying to do with it. Oh, bro. That's poor. That's so poor. And then, of course, Newcastle coming forward even more. Pushing out. Trying to bring the energy. But City just putting them away. Putting them away with the 1-2 punch. I'll certainly appreciate everyone being here. Let's go and smash up those likes for the Manchester City, or for Newcastle, I guess, if you're hoping they'll make a comeback. Not likely. Hype it up if you got any of those left. I certainly appreciate you being here. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. It really does help us. Road to 250. And once we get there, we will, of course, be looking to hit that 500 mark. Go and get that notification bell on so you know when we're live. We are doing the panel show tonight. Nez will be on the channel with me, 6:40 here on the East Coast. So make sure you get the notification bell on, you know when we're live. Going to be a little bit after the game here today. But yeah, 5-0 on aggregate. If we see 5 goals from Newcastle United in this second half, it'll be the craziest comeback anyone's ever seen ever. That's not to say that Man City can't concede bunches of goals. We've seen it. We've certainly seen it happen. but it's not something I'm expecting. Not something I'm expecting to see. But who knows? Who knows? I can't say that we've seen crazier things, have we? A 5-goal deficit overcame in 45 minutes. I don't think we've ever seen anything quite like that. I don't think we've ever seen anything quite like that. But maybe Newcastle will put something. Maybe they'll bring something. I expect a bunch of changes to the kids, bring all the kids on for Manchester City at halftime, since they certainly don't need to do anything else in this one. That's for sure. They certainly don't need to do anything else. Man, I was definitely hoping for a better game. Hoping that it would at least be something we could sink our teeth into, something we could enjoy, but woof. And you just wonder, like, what is Eddie Howe even saying in the locker room right now, man? What do you even say? You know? I think in the back of their minds, they all know the more they go for it, the more space City are going to have in behind them, and the later it gets, this could get ugly. If it wasn't ugly already, it could get even worse. Be interesting to see if Newcastle are all right with this. I mean, hey, for me, it's a mentality. It's a mentality issue, Steve. You know, being up for it against Newcastle, they probably expected Newcastle were going to bring the heat. And so they themselves had to bring the heat. Yeah. Tottenham lulled them into a false sense of security, just lulled them to sleep. It was walking pace in that first half. We did the watch along here for that one too. It was walking pace in that first half from Spurs. And then, of course, Spurs do what Spurs do. They gotcha. And they come out and, that doesn't look like what's happening here. That doesn't look like what we're seeing here. And Pep probably got onto him and said, look, enough of that crap. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do the game management thing that Mikel Arteta's doing. And they certainly came to decimate, came to demolish and destroy today. That's for sure. But you got to beat what's in front of you, Steve. You got to handle what's in front of you, my man. And City figured that Tottenham were just going to come with the same dross that they brought in the first half, and so we'll, sucker punched. And I think Newcastle were sucker punched. That first goal just took the wind out of their sails, any wind that they may have had, and it was all downhill from there. It's all downhill from there. Anthony Gordon going off is another disaster. So it's just been a horrible night for Newcastle. Been a horrible night. They've been on the back of a couple of those recently. I thought that they were okay for a while against Liverpool. But as we all know, when you go to Anfield, sometimes when you score first and you poke the bear, and that's what happened. That's what happened there. So if they're not careful, Newcastle might be on the end of another one. But if it's me, you just go for it. This ain't like goal difference matters. It's not like, this tournament's done. It's not like it matters next. For the next game, if you lose 6-0, 7-0, 8-0, whatever, go for it. Go for it. Yeah, there's a little bit of a Tottenham have been City's bogey team a little bit of late, but they have beaten them a couple of times in that same run. But Spurs are terrible, man. That's why that result was so shocking. Spurs are awful. And somehow they've taken points off. They've taken 4 points from City this season. It's an indictment. It's a damning statement, you might say. You might say. Oh my goodness gracious. We should smash Spurs. We need to smash them at 3-point lane. What's crazy though is if Tottenham beat United, that would be the most Spursy thing ever. United on a run. Absolutely. They beat us. They beat City. Last second winner versus Fulham. Yeah, man, the pollo frito. Fried chickens will always be chickens. I certainly agree with you there. That's for sure. We will be there this weekend for sure to see the Man U Spurs game. Well, depending on when it is. Depending on when it is, we may be live doing another game. Who knows? I haven't looked at the schedule for the weekend. Of course, we're doing Arsenal versus Sunderland. That's for sure. That one is the one guarantee that we'll be doing the watch along at the weekend. Of course, there are a number of other time slots, so we might have some opportunity for a hate watch or two. I did a hate watch on the Villa Brentford game. That one was quite successful. This is like my 5th or 6th time doing a hate watch for Man City, and a couple of them have been successful. This one certainly hasn't been so far. Man, these medicine commercials are so weird. Some patients saw visible healing of the intestines. No, they didn't. These guys are lying. These guys are lying to us. Just like Tottenham's board to their fans. Lying. It's a dumpster fire over there, that's for sure. It's a dumpster fire at the Etihad right now for Newcastle as well. And I expect Man City to bring more gasoline. It's looking like Murphy is going to be coming on for the tune. And Alenga. Anthony Gordon off. They're going to show where Anthony Gordon goes to sprint. Oh, man, and he feels the back of his leg. Yep, there it is. There it is. And he goes down. It's a disaster, bro. Yeah. Down 3-0, 5-0, injured. Woof. Woof. Well, is Harvey Barnes going to be the and Yoann Wissa? Elanga, Wissa, Murphy. It's looking like, is that Simba's dad? Is that Simba's dad coming on? No, it's a Max Elaine, isn't it? Yeah, Max Elaine's coming on for Ake. Voltamata's coming off. Here comes Wissa. Anthony Gordon, of course, is one of the other ones. I don't like this commentator on CB. This guy in the booth in the studio for CBS, man. They're weird. Those guys are weird. But it's the biggest hill anyone's ever seen Newcastle here to climb, and we're rolling in this second half. I appreciate everybody being here. Just go and smash up the likes. Subscribe if you're new. It'd be a pleasure to welcome you to the community. And Elaine's giving it away immediately. Here's Wissa. Is he through? Oh! Oh my God. And Newcastle have had 3 golden chances in this game. Oh, it's horrendous. He's just absolutely shanked it. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Kieran's back. Oh, hell no. Yeah, that was I mean, that was poor from Johan Wissa. That was poor. From the substitute, Hall's come off for Murphy. Interesting. So they're going to try to overload the left-hand side, I guess. Oof. It's the Newcastle's next game isn't going to be easy either. They got Brentford flying high. The Bees. And of course, City go to Anfield. We'll be locked in. We will be locked in for that one, of course. I can't believe Wissa's missed that, man. Three golden opportunities for the tune. Oh, I did start my clock, people. I just didn't edit the stage. City got everybody discombobulated here. And it's very interesting. Just imagine if it was only 3-2 at halftime, or if they had scored to make it 2-1, then things might be a little different. Things might be a little different. What is this? Why are we uploading local recordings? StreamYard doing weird things, people. That's why I'm mumbling here. Here's Nori. Alanga's going to throw him down. City are obviously going to look to pass it to death now. They're just going to look to have the possession. That was probably the directive from Pep. Just don't concede anything and try to conserve your energy. You know? It's certainly become the situation that it was in the game yesterday for Arsenal and Chelsea, where City don't have to do anything. They've done the work's done. They just got to get through the game without getting hurt. That's probably the next. That's all that's left for City. Here's Max Elaine into the pocket. Take over. Here's Omar Marmouche. Wide for Nunez, whose touch takes him even wider. It's pretty congested in that midfield there. And here's Reinders. An opportunity here. Trippier hits it long. It's going to fall down. Wissa's calling for a handball. Kuzanov collects. Harvey Barnes working hard, just on. But you got to press together if you're going to press. And that's why there's been so much space in the midfield for for City. Newcastle haven't figured it out. You got to press with the second man on Nico O'Reilly when you go towards the goalkeeper. They're just going to play it around you every single time. It's a good ball down the line for Elanga. He's got Max Elaine for company, who does well to block it for the corner kick. You can hear some smatterings of applause there for the former United man. Yeah, we've been saying that all night, haven't we, Kieran? That Newcastle need to play quicker. That's for sure. Harvey Barnes dancing jinky ball for Tonali, and it's right to Trafford. And yeah, Kieran said it earlier. Newcastle making Old Traffic Cone there look like prime Gigi Buffon today. Easiest game of his life. And it's a semi-final. Flat ball from Trafford right into Semenyo. And there's just all kinds of space. Chiao just lets him pass it out to Marmoush. Marmoush puts it back across. I mean, at some point, dude, you're gonna have to close him down. Chiao just expecting somebody else to go to the ball when Semenyo cuts into the middle. You got to chase him into the middle and have your other defenders cover your space for a second. Oh, Nico O'Reilly forcing. Oh my God. Ramsdale, come on, man. You gotta make my opinion of you look better. You gotta make me look better than that. Ramsdale just smashes it out of bounds. Thank you very much, sir. Kuznov on the ball. Decent pressing, but once again, there's always an outlet. There's always an outlet because Newcastle only press with 2, sometimes 3 guys. And there's always an outlet every single time for the Sky Blues. Reinders into the channel for like the 900th time. Oh my goodness gracious. And he's almost gotten through everybody. Almost gotten through everyone there. Tonali for Barnes. Once again, going long. What was that from Murphy? It's a pass to Trafford. He just plays it right to Trafford. Put him under. You got the numbers in the press now. See? See what happens when you press as a team? Oh, that's right. You don't win the second ball and you give it away. Woof. That was rough. Here comes Semenyo. Hey, almost gets the ball through for Reinders. And here's Murphy into the middle for Barnes. Trippier's going to try to send Elanga here. Is it going to get over Aït-Nouri? It is. Elanga's definitely onside on this one. Aït-Nouri does well to keep him from getting any farther down the line. It will be a throw, however. Do Newcastle have a long throw specialist? That's the question. They do not. Where are you going, Ramsey? Where are you going, buddy? No one even challenged him. He's running backwards. Here's Dan Burn. Murphy with another first-time ball. This is good work. Better from Newcastle. Better. Elanga's trying something way too intricate there after the first-time ball. Oh, my God. Is Omar Marmoush going to get to that? Wow. Marmoush almost takes it off Chiao's boots. Goodness gracious. Nunez does well for Kusanov. Oh, my God. That's a foul, ref. That's a penalty. That has to be a penalty. How in the world is that not a penalty? Max Elaine falls down and then pulls Wissa down, and there's nothing. Referee doesn't say anything. That's crazy. Yeah, Kieran, that's insane. That was insane, Kieran. Ball at the top for Marmouche. Stands up Kieran Trippier. Ball for Reinders. Then he's hit it wide. That's insane if this isn't a penalty. It's absolutely insane if this isn't a penalty. Elaine falls down and then brings Wissa down. We don't want to see the Marmouche chance. We want to see the penalty. What are you doing, production? Yeah, dude. The ref is clearly favoring Man City. It's blatant at this point. Absolutely blatant at this point, Kieran. Okay, here we go. He's missed that. What planet is that not a foul? What planet is this not a pen? He's pulling his leg back there. I don't understand. I don't understand that one, Kieran. I got no words for you, brother. I have no clue. No clue. Yeah, that is insanity. That's blatant. And here Rodri's going on about them being against him. What an absolute scumbag. You're going on about saying that the referees are against you or whatever, and here we are seeing this bullshit. Goodness gracious, man. Here's Marmouche again. All kinds of space in the midfield. Yeah, I agree with you, Kieran. 100%, man. Definitely a foul. Definitely a pin for me. Definitely a pin. Here's O'Reilly and Elaine. One through the lines. Decent work from City. Phil Foden hasn't been at his best. Hasn't needed to be. Man City swarming, dude. Swarming. High press. Up 5-0. And production had to make sure we caught Pep spitting all over the place. It's another handball, but it's fallen for Philly Frozen. And here's Aït-Nouri out wide. Man City just passing around with impunity here. Here's Gonzalez. Gonna dink one into the channel. And Foden's on the second ball for Nunez. It's back with Nico already. Here's O'Reilly. Out wide for Aït-Nouri. And Man City will just keep the ball in here in these spaces all day long. So if Mikel Arteta wins the EFL, he'll finally equal the number of titles that Ten Hag had. Didn't Ten Hag win a FA and an EFL in the Carabao? I'm not worried about Ten Hag, and I'm not worried about the trophy count. It will continue to rise, Arun. It will continue to rise. Do not worry, my friend. Yeah, Arun, first comes one, then comes two, then they come in bunches. It's going to be a tough game late March. 34-year drought. 34-year drought. Only because Arsene Wenger never took this seriously. Only because Arsene Wenger never gave two you-know-whats about this tournament. Shell with the shots. Once again, scaring the quarter flag. And it hasn't been 30. Damn, it has been 34 years. 33. I thought we won in 93. We won in 93. We won this tournament in 1993. It's been 33 years. Calm down, Arun. Calm down, brother. It's only been 33 years. Wait. Hey, that's what we do. That's what Arsenal does, man. They make people cry. I'll tell you. I'll tell you right now, Arun. Arsenal make people cry. I'll tell you that. One way or the other. I tell you what, there'll be a lot of people crying when we win in May. That's for sure. Here's Murphy. As my voice cracks. Ramsey. Very congested in the middle of the park. Here's Trippier. Can't sort his feet out. But it's only Wissa in the box. Like, what are we doing here? It's only Wissa with 5 City players. 6 City. He's got literally 5 City players around him, does Wissa. Alanga's going to cut in. Go yourself. Jinky. Left foot. Goal! Anthony Alanga. The solo effort. As I was saying, Wissa all alone in the middle of the park. And it's at least a tiny bit more respectable for the tune. 3-1 on the day. Still 5-1 on aggregate. But at least a little bit of something to smile about for the traveling Newcastle fans. It's a great finish, too. No celebrating, says Kieran, but yeah, it's a good finish. It's a good finish. Got to give him that. Got to give him a good finish for sure. Is that really Anthony Alanga's first goal for the club? Wow. Wow. Oh, man. What a game to get it, your first goal in. And now here's Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes once again. Murphy wants it in the channel. Runs from deep, break high lines. Runs from deep, break high lines, people. Ball's up. Who's going to win it? Murphy's come down with it. Step over. O'Reilly does well to get in between him and the ball. And he fall. That's so weak. That's so weak. Nico O'Reilly goes down like a sack of potatoes there, man. Got about half an hour left in this one. And it would absolutely take something miraculous, of course. Old traffic cone here, going to take his time on the kick. You got to bring it down. Bouncing it around. I think Murphy's lucky there. Ran into a cul-de-sac of 3 City players. Didn't know what to do. Is that not a handball? No. Still Newcastle throw. Least ways. And, of course, once again, production zooming in on Erling Haaland for no reason whatsoever while the game's going on. Thank you. OFC Haaland is warming up. Yeah. Yep. You called it earlier. Haaland's coming in just to insult to injury. Ball into the channel. Here's Anthony Alanga once more with a lane for company. He's going to go around him again. No, that's good D. He gets an arm to the chest for his trouble. from Ramsey. Yeah. Yeah, this referee is terrible, Kieran. He's just awful. They're all awful. They're all awful. Well, a couple of smiles in there, Newcastle fans. Couple of smiles in there still, despite the doom and gloom on the field. DeAndre Yedlin was the last to do what? Scored brace against City? Is that what he's saying? Interesting. Interesting stat, that one. Newcastle just having a little bit more of the ball here. What? It's probably too little, too late. In terms of attacking impetus, got to get the ball forward, man. You're down 4 goals here, guys. Here's Alenga. Oh, they're all offsides, man. He's offsides. Here's Harvey Barnes. He's finished it. He's definitely offsides, though. Wissa was 100% offsides. You got to play so much quicker. You got to be so much quicker. Yeah, he's well offsides. Yeah. Well. Oh, nah, this one was right, though. This one was right, Kieran. He was off. He was definitely offsides. Shirky and Rodri and Holland. Yeah, of course. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. Instead of the children that are on the bench who could get some experience, it's going to be flipping Thor, the Ballon d'Or complainer, and the new guy, as opposed to letting some kids get some experience. Okay. Yeah. Some real sad subs. Yeah, some nobodies. Some real absolute nobodies coming on for City. That's for sure. And now perhaps City are just letting Newcastle have the ball, take the foot off the gas a little bit. And that's why Pep's like, nope, we're not taking the foot off the gas. We need Erling Haaland. We need Ryan Shirky. We need 4 more goals. What a dick. Ball back with Ramsdale. That's not who they need on the ball, Newcastle. That's for sure. Oh, Child's giving it away to Marmouche. Here's Foden. Foden hasn't been good today. It's gone unnoticed because it's 5-1 on aggregate, but Foden's been poor. That's a good ball through. He might be onside this time. Here's Barnes. Lenga! Oh my God, yellow shit. I'm sorry, Kieran. I'm sorry, Kieran. Wow. 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 Like, what do you say? What can you even say, Kieran? Oh, he's onside. He's onside all day long. Take nothing away. Harvey Barnes did his job here. Harvey Barnes does his job. Oh! Bro, it should be 4-1 right. It should be 4-3 right now. Like, legit, Newcastle should have 4 goals. Newcastle should have 4 goals legitimately, and this could 1 goal in it right now. The finishing from Newcastle has been, I mean, well, let's just call a spade a spade. It's been hot dog water. Like, it's like if you took the water after you boiled the hot dogs and you made a milkshake out of it. That's what the finishing has been from Newcastle today. Could have been different, and here comes the saddest substitutions you've ever seen. O'Reilly comes off for Shirky. Semenyo coming off for... Oh, they're leaving Marmoush on with Holland. That's good. That's what you want, yeah. That sucks. Yeah, Foden coming off as well. Foden was poor today. Foden was very poor today, but it'll go unnoticed. It will 100% go unnoticed. Shirky for Foden. And on comes Shirky to haunt Newcastle nightmares. I can't believe Elanga's missed that. I still can't believe he's missed that. This is insane. Oh my goodness. Dan Burn, tired. Burn and Botman, tired as hell, now got to deal with Holland. That's great. Here's Murphy. That's a good ball. This might be onside. Nope. He's off. Where was this in the first half from Newcastle? Oh, God, they're definitely way outside there. It's a good pass. I mean, we knew Man City were going to play the high line. So where was this in the first half? Holland doing well here against touch from Chow just over Marmoush, who's still full of running. Oh God, Ramsdale, man. I'm sorry, Kieran. I take back what I said about Aaron Ramsdale. I liked him when he was an Arsenal player. Yeah. He's not been amazing today. Not been amazing today. Ramsey through the middle here. Got to play quick. Trippier, bit of a hospital ball. It's a good ball. Who's going to be there? Right, Nori's underneath it. Rodri to bring down the second one. But the blueprint that we knew was there to beat City, that's always been there, is kind of seeing it a bit more now. But that's well done from Murphy. Oh, that ends up being a good ball for Barnes. It's a good block, though, from Kuzunov. Kuzunov's had a good game. It's been decent. City aren't rattled. The commentator, bro. The commentator's out of his gourd, dude. City aren't rattled. They're up 4 goals, homie. Yeah, Newcastle, Wissa and Tonali looking around like, why aren't you pressing with us? That's been an issue all day. If you're going to press high, you got to press as a team so that you make that happen and you win the ball back. It's all day long. It's all day long, but Newcastle just haven't done it enough in this game to cause enough control. It's caused them to have enough control. I mean, they've certainly had the opportunities. Oh, he's lucky. He's very lucky. Very, very lucky is Ramsey here, because I don't think this is a foul. I don't think it's a foul at all. But we're not going to get a replay. As Newcastle play on. Got about 15 minutes left in this one, people. In what ultimately has turned out to be a bit of a nothing burger. Just as the game was yesterday. And here comes Osula. Trippier coming off. Osula pointing. And we'll have to find something crazy for him to have any effect. Defender off. Forward on. 4 goals in 15 minutes. That's what the task is. Yeah, Kieran. I mean, desperation and all that. Shirky, first time on the ball there, wins a throw in. It's dire this, and you wonder with Newcastle in 10th place in the league right now, or thereabouts, Eddie Howe could be in trouble. Here's Marmouche into the channel, all kinds of space. Reinders, Dan Burn on the cover. Bit of a training session here for Manchester City now. Oh, wow. So City looking like they're going to level Chelsea and United on 10 appearances in the Mickey Mouse final. Only Liverpool with more. Ball in the channel, Tonali with Gonzalez on his back. That's a yellow card, referee. Just pulls him down. Cynical, needless. Yeah, he got it, Karen. He gave him the yellow. He gave him the yellow. Did Newcastle have anything else? Another goal for pride, maybe. We thought for a second there, a flurry of through balls. Ramsdale will just hit it long. It's up. City under the second ball. Once again, one headed pass beats the entire press. And that's certainly been one of Newcastle's issues today. It's just been really easy for City to pass through them. Even from the very beginning, really. Who's on for a trophy haul? These commentators, man, they say the darndest things. It's intricate stuff here from City. One touch. Broke it up, but I know he gets on it again. City, of course, more than comfortable in these spaces at this moment. Shirky right through the lines for Reinders. Here's Holland trying to find an angle. Marmouche! Oof. Intricate stuff. Back and forth, back and forth. A little bit of an opening for Marmouche. And he hits it into the stands. Perhaps not as comfortable on the left foot. Took it with his right and hit it with his left. He cuts it a little wider with his left and just passes it into the corner. Could be more. Man City winning every second ball because when the ball goes forward for the forwards in the air like that, Tonali and Ramsey are not anticipating with who's going to win the header, not anticipating their forwards losing the header. So it's Rodri is free. Shirky's free in there. Reinders, they're always free to win the second ball without a challenge. Press hasn't been designed well from Newcastle today. I certainly appreciate everybody being here. Of course, make sure you got the notification bell on Nez and I will be live about an hour after this one's done, about an hour and a half after this one's done. Oh, it's all the way through. Alenga across. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Newcastle have absolutely created enough opportunities today. Newcastle 100% could be level. I mean, you certainly could. They could be level at this point with the chances they've missed. Newcastle could be level with the chances they've missed today. Oh, just throw your boot at it, Wissa. Anything. Get your shoelace, your fingernail, whatever on it. Oh, my goodness. Holland's giving it away. So too is Tonali. So too is Holland. Here's Alenga. He's going to shoot from way out. It's off Wissa's back. Good grief. And Newcastle, man, y'all finish your dinner. This could be a whole different ball game, man. Been some horrendous finishing from the tune. That's good work from Nico. Reinders will just slow it down. Here's Rodri. Shirky, all kinds of space in the middle of the park here. Right down the pipe for Erling Haaland! What a save. What a save from Aaron Ramsdale. Best thing he's done all game. And that's Erling Haaland running right through the lines here. And that's what I mean. One pass beats the press. A couple passes, and Shirky's got a ton of space in the middle. One ball right down the pipe. It's a great run from Erling Haaland. Great touch there. And it's actually right at Aaron Ramsdale. Need to make the save, though. Needed to make it. Yeah, only Thor's lightning strike is what Ramsdale can save. It's the only thing he can get. As Rico Lewis enters the fray for the last roughly 10 minutes, I should say. Here, Nico Gonzalez making way. O'Reilly will probably slide into the middle with Rico. Going to be on the right-hand side probably. Here's Reinders combining with Shirky off the short corner. And again, Rodri steps in to take control. Here's Nunez, all the way back for James Traffic Cone. City just supremely comfortable, man. You can even look at it. Tonali's just on an island in this press, man. He's just on an absolute island in the press. Oh, that's so poor, referee. So weak. Reinders looks like a squirrel, man. He looks a little bit like a chipmunk. Well, there was a little bit of energy in the second one here from Newcastle, but the finishing, man, just let him down. Completely let him down. Nori jinking through the team here. Oh, my God. And just because he goes down, you give him the foul. That's poor from the referee, man. Poor from the referee. Poor from Jacob Murphy is what it is. Pushing him in the back. Pushing him in the back. And it's a free kick here to defend. About 5 minutes left in this one, people. It's all over but the crying, that's for sure. Kieran might have already shed a couple tears with that. How many golden opportunities Newcastle have missed today. And you got to say, man, if some of these had gone in, hey, Stricky trying to find the near post run of the Nordic Meat Shield. Ramsdale to launch it long. Right out of bounds. No one able to get there on that one. And they're going to target the space in behind Daniel Byrne. That'll be an advantage. Ryan Shirky running at the defense. Still Ryan Shirky. Hollins forces the save once again from Ramsdale. That was Holland's right foot, but he's hit it right at Ramsdale. It is right at Ramsdale, to be fair. And it'll be a corner kick for the Citizens. They like this short one when they're up against teams that have big defenders. Here's Lewis. Now Nori. Roger goes for the shot. Ramsdale's going to do well to keep it in. It's a long one. Alanga's underneath it. That's a horrible touch off his kneecap there, and it's going to be a City throw. And just petering out here, this one. Ay. Just an ocean of space in the midfield now. Just an ocean of space. Early pass. Cleared for Rodri. Game certainly opening up. Ton of space. Shirky enjoying himself, getting on the ball here. City as comfortable as you could be, making it look like a training session out there. Shirky's going to go himself here. Takes a shot. Looks like Sven Botman was in the way. Hey, it'll be a foul against Kuznetsov, who's quietly had a pretty good game today. But once again, the theme of Man City being fantastic in the first half and not as amazing in the second. But, of course, they didn't need to be today. Let's be honest. They didn't need to be in the second half today. Ramsdale hits one long. It's going to get in behind. Wissa on the foot race. Kuznetsov does well. He's been a good signing for City, of course. Definitely been a good signing for City. But it's well won. Finale hits it right at Mr. Trafford, who will roll it out for Shirky. He's done very well to keep it there under the pressure from Ramsey and Danny Byrne. And we're into the 90th minute here, people. We're into the 90th minute here. Reinder's running into the corridor. No one's there. There should not be too much stoppage time here in this one, people. You can see the Newcastle, the away area. Emptying out. And Eddie Howe, man, you gotta wonder. You gotta wonder if Eddie Howe's gonna make it much longer. Another ball over the top. Botman wins the header. Newcastle will come back the other way with Anthony Alanga. He's going to go himself. That's a foul and a yellow card. Rodri just couldn't help himself. 2 minutes left in the game here, people. Rodri's definitely lost a step. That's why he's forced into the foul there. It'll be very interesting to see how much playing time Rodri gets the rest of this season. He's screaming at Aït-Nouri. And now Trafford's telling him to go back because he wants two people. Rodri's screaming at him again. He doesn't know what to do. That's funny. Here comes Newcastle. Change the angle. Terrible ball. That about sums it up for the tune. Barnes looking to hit one in. Erling Haaland on the defense. And Man City combined very well to set Erling Haaland on his way. Here's Shirky. Waits for the space from the run. Does well. Here's Reinders. He's going to cut it in. Hey, almost a chip for one more. 13 seconds left, people. This should be just about it. And there you have it, people. There you have it. 3-1 to Manchester City on the day. 5-1 on aggregate. Absolutely dominant from Manchester City. In the end, Newcastle not really unable to offer much. We didn't necessarily expect them to come in here and blitzkrieg them, but they got blitzkrieged themselves, and it was all over about 10 minutes in. After that first goal, you got to say. There was a little bit of a comeback, little bit of some energy for about 10 minutes in that second half after the first goal when Newcastle realized that you can just play through the lines. You can play through them because they have that high line. Runs from deep, break high lines, people. Don't forget it. But, yep, in the end, Newcastle's finishing let them down. It's, you have to say, they did create 5 chances, but they only scored one of them. And you got to be lethal. You got to be ruthless when you're playing against Manchester City. That's for sure. Well, people, March 22nd, the Carabao Cup final at Wembley. Arsenal and Manchester City. It's going to be a good one. We are certainly looking forward to that one. Of course, I appreciate everyone who's tuned in today. Thanks for being here. Smash up the likes on your way out. It certainly does help the channel. Hype it up if you got any of those left. I do appreciate it. Subscribe if you are new. It would be an honor and a pleasure to welcome you to the community. Of course, get that notification bell on so you know when we're going live, when everything's dropping. We will be live in about an hour and a half with the Cup Chasers podcast, the main show. Nez will be on the panel with me today, so make sure you have the notification bell on, you know, when that's coming down the line. And like I say, yeah, I appreciate you being here, everyone. It's certainly been a good one. Not necessarily if you are a Newcastle fan, but you have it. There you go, folks. 3-1 to Manchester City, 5-1 on aggregate. I appreciate you being here, and you. We'll see you next time.